Umar Jibrila Bindo, former governor of Adamawa State, Honorable Abubakar Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, former Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Chief Peter Okocha, founding member of the AUN Board of Trustees, the President of the American University of Nigeria, Professor Dwayne Fraser, members of the AUN Board and Governing Council, the National Coordinator of the United Area for ADC, Air Vice Marshal Adnan, Professor Maxwell Gidado, AUN Governing Council member and Chairman Governing Council, Adamawa State University, Mubi, the National Universities Commission, ably represented by Professor Ibrahim, Vice Chancellor, Modibo Adama University, members of the AUN Board of Trustees and Governing Council, His Royal Highness the Gangwari Ganye, ably represented by Engineer Hassan Othman Tafidan Ganye, Vice Chancellors of sister universities that are here present, top university administrators, members of AUN faculty and staff, our dear students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This moment is a moment of pride, a moment of joy, and a moment of deep gratitude to our founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. Today, as we gather for Founders Day, it is only fitting that we celebrate not just an institution, but the dream, the courage, and the vision that brought it into existence. Today, the AUN community converged to honor a vision that has taken root and thrived right here in Yola. A vision born of a man of courage and boundless optimism, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, GCON, Waziring Adamawa. Ladies and gentlemen, some dreams are too bold for ordinary minds to conceive. Some visions are too vast for the faint-hearted to attempt. Yet there are rare men who see beyond the horizon, who dare to give the people a gift that will outlive them. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, GCON Waziring Adamawa, is one of such men. Your Excellency, you did not dream for yourself alone. You dreamed for the generations yet unborn. You dreamed of a world-class university in the heart of Adamawa, a citadel of enlightenment that will bring the world to Yola and Yola to the world. You opened the gates of opportunity wide, and you subsidized the coast so that sons and daughters of Adamawa, of Nigeria, of Africa could touch the stars without leaving home. And today, we stand as a living proof of that dream. From the flag parade of nations represented in this hall, to the students who now study abroad while paying the same affordable tuition fees as here in Yola, your vision is alive, line by line and word by word, Your Excellency. When others saw limitations, Your Excellency, you saw possibilities. Where others saw Yola as distant, Your Excellency, you made it global. Today, as we watch the flag parade, we witness your prophecy fulfilled. The nations of the world converging here on this soil you so much love, and where you planted this seed of success. Your Excellency, your courage has built not just walls and classrooms, but hope in the hearts of young people. Your optimism has taught us to rise above obstacles. Your compassion has reminded us that true leadership is service. And your vision has made Yola a home for the world. And so, today on Founders Day, we rise to honor you. Your Excellency, thank you for the gift of this citadel of light. Thank you for believing in the youth. And thank you for providing the AUN dreams. When pursued with courage, it becomes a living legacy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a resounding applause to our founder, or the founder of the American University of Nigeria, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, GCON Waziri Adamawa, and Vice President of Nigeria from 1999 to 2007. Your Excellencies, permit me to recognize some of the guests that are here with us. We are honored to recognize the distinguished members of the AUN Governing Council and Board of Trustees present with us today. Professor Magdalene Dura of the AUN Board of Trustees, Honorable Adamu Abubakar, Honorable Commissioner for Works and Energy Development, Adamawa State, Alhaji Usman Wuracheke, Alhaji Abdullahi Babalele, Dr. Fatima Abubakar, former Commissioner of Health, Adamawa State, Dr. Andrew Okolie, Mr. John Sahid Olajide, Dr. Baraka Sani, and Mr. Abbas A. Adedibu. We also warmly acknowledge our distinguished guests from sister universities. The Vice Chancellor of Adamawa State University, Mubi, ably represented by Professor Sanusi Bello, Professor Yesho Elizabeth Ehug, Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Dutsinma, Katsina State, Professor Jibril Tahir Al-Hassan, representing the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Kashere in Gombe State. We also acknowledge the presence of key representatives from the security agencies. Colonel S.O. Enya, representing the commander of the 23rd Armored Brigade, Nigerian Army, Mr. Mohammed S. Mohammed from the Department of State Security, Commandant Idris Dahiru Bande, Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Adamawa State, and Abdul Malik Dama Bello, Corps Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps. We also acknowledge the representatives of the Bank of Industry, our IDICE project executing partner, Mr. Sadiq Ibrahim, State Manager, Bank of Industry, Adamawa State, accompanied by Mrs. Aisha Kaibo and Mr. Shaibu Salehu. We also recognize and appreciate the presence of Dr. Adamu Umar, Chief of Party, Ezebe, and Managing Director of Achieving Health Nigeria Initiative, AHNI. Mr. Hugo John, Managing Director, Home of Key Global Investment Limited. We also acknowledge the presence of Shehu Yohannes, State Chairman of African Democratic Congress, and also Right Honorable Sadiq Nassin, Chairman Transition Committee of the ADC. Also with us here, the National Youth Leader of ADC, Balarabe Rufai, you're welcome. And we also acknowledge all other executives of the ADC. Distinguished guests, a great institution is defined not by its history, but by the strength of leadership guiding its presence. And so, at this moment, our leader, the AUN continues under him, AUN continues to grow as a development university, a beacon of knowledge and a home where ideas nurtured and dreams are realized. Our leader has shown us that true leadership is not about authority, but about inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite to the podium this great leader and a friend of all, the President of the American University of Nigeria, Professor Dwayne Fraser.
Happy birthday, dear founder. We're excited to be here with you. To our dear founder, our speaker today, our ambassador, Ka, our dear chairman, and all the distinguished guests, esteemed members of our Board of Trustees and Governing Council, to my faculty and my staff, our proud alums, and our dear, dear students, and all the friends of AUN, it is my privilege to welcome you to the Founders Day celebration. Good morning, my name is Professor Dwayne Frazier, and I proudly serve as my most important honor of my career as the president of the American University of Nigeria. But we're not just any other university. The United Kingdom's education conglomerate, Times Higher Education, ranked us as the top university in Nigeria for our impact in the region and made us 12th in the entire continent. We're coming for the rest of them. Today, we honor not just 2 decades of remarkable achievements, but also an enduring vision that brought this institution to life. It was over 2 decades ago that our dear founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, and a team of passionate visionaries laid the cornerstone of Africa's first development university. He could have put the university anywhere in the world. He could have put it in Abuja. He could have put it in Lagos. They told him that it would never work if he put it in Yola. But they have egg on their face today. This is a place that everyone knows now because the founder cared enough to bring it back to his home. His impact can be seen in AUN graduates in this commencement hall today and in all over the world. A non-profit university in the American style where the learner-centered education is paramount. This last 6 months, it's been a whirlwind of milestones, including the biggest record-breaking enrollment in the history of the institution, including a new Jaiz Bank Entrepreneurship Center with 5-on-5 soccer field with solar lights, new tennis courts, and even an AUN alumni park funded by alums and the I Love AUN sign that you come in. These are just the physical plant accomplishments. What our students are doing and our faculty inside and outside the classroom is stellar. From peace initiatives to students tutoring and community cleanups, and our AUN students' impact in this region is felt in Yola and all through the nation. I'm reminded of the history that our dear founder had shared with me when he was the vice president of our Federal Republic of Nigeria. His Excellency traveled to the United States. He had a chance to visit some of the best universities around the country. He was searching for faculty to be able to bring here to start the institution. He did find and worked with one of his very closest friends, a man named Robert Bob Pastor. Dr. Pastor was a U.S. President nominee for ambassador, had served at the National Security Council for America. He was also a former Peace Corps volunteer, which holds a very special place in my founder's heart because it was the Peace Corps that educated our founder, the American Peace Corps, right here in Yola. Dr. Pastor was serving at the American University in Washington, D.C., and the founder quickly, they became great friends, and even today, the award-winning AUN library and a part of our legacy is Dr. Robert Pastor's remembrance to the contributions of this university. Over the years, the AUN has grown from its humble beginnings to a dynamic community that embodies the values of excellence, integrity, and service. We have educated leaders, we've shaped industries, we're driving change, transforming communities, not only in Nigeria, but all the way to places like Google and San Francisco. Our mission has always been clear: provide a world-class education rooted in critical thinking, innovation, and a commitment to sustainable development. Today, we celebrate that through programs of innovative academics, pioneering research, and the community impact. Every student here participates in community impact and entrepreneurship. But beyond these achievements, what truly sets AUN apart from all other universities, in my humble opinion, is the family atmosphere that the students feel and that our faculty and staff and community feel. A family bound by shared values, mutual respect, and a commitment to making a difference. Today, we honor each member of our family, our dear founders, our trustees, our faculty, staff, our friends, our alums, our students, whose dedication and hard work has brought us to this moment. As we celebrate this rich history, the challenges ahead are great, but so too are the opportunities. Let us continue to innovate, to inspire, and to lead. Let's remain true to that mission that's been developing leaders and will shape a better, more sustainable world all over. On behalf of the entire American University of Nigeria, I thank you all for your unwavering support for all the people in this room. Together, we've built an institution that is a source of pride and a force for good. From a dream out of the bush in Bole, no Wahala, to one of the top universities in the entire country and the world. We are so proud of our founder's dream, a dream from a humble young boy from Jeddah who was taught by the American Peace Corps. And even today, YOLA is AUN and AUN is YOLA. Thank you, and let the celebration continue. Thanks again. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President, for the warmth and wisdom in your words. Now, before we must proceed, honor must be given to whom honor is due. And so we would like to recognize in person of GC member Professor Atus Adebu and Alhaji Musa Halilu Dijiman Adamawa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of every great university are its students, their voices, their energy, and their leadership. And at AUN, we are proud to have a student government association led by a young man whose diligence, dedication, and drive embody the spirit of AUN. He is an IS major, but beyond the classroom, he's a leader who stands for service, accountability, and progress. Through his commitment to his peers and determination to have left AUN better than he found it, he has earned the respect and admiration of students, faculty, and staff alike. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium the president of the SGA, Mr. Muhammad Bashir Zakari.
We gather in the presence of excellence, and it's only fitting that we begin by acknowledging the pillars upon which this great institution stands. To our visionary founder, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, GCON, whose dream we are all living. To our esteemed keynote speaker, Ambassador Professor Ka, who graces us with his intellectual presence. To the distinguished Senator Ben Obi, a statesman whose service continues to inspire. To the steadfast captain of our ship, the president of the university, Dr. Dwayne Frazier. To the guardian of our academic integrity, the provost, Dr. Paul Vita. To the dedicated faculty, VPs and deans who uphold the pillars of our academic excellence. To the dedicated staff, our proud parents, my fellow students, and all distinguished guests here present, I offer my most profound and respectful greetings. Before I go on, I want to take a moment to recognize a group of extraordinary people, the ones who stand beside me every single day, leading, serving, and shaping students' lives at AUN. I'm talking about the members of the Student Government Association. My team, my brothers and sisters in leadership. You see, leadership is not about one person. It's about collaboration, sacrifice, and a shared vision. Every progress we've made this year, every initiative that touched students' life, it happened because of their commitment and belief in something bigger than themselves. So please, help me welcome and celebrate them. SG elected executives, please stand up and remain standing. Senators, please join them. My fellow senators, please join them. Directors and assistants, join them. Let the community see the faces of those who work every day to make this university better. Please, a round of applause for them. You can sit down. It is often said that with the passage of years, the fire of ambition dims and one retreats from the grand stage of history. But here, we are privileged to witness a profound exception. Our founder, in the winter of his years, possesses a spring of relentless vision. He is, to borrow the phrase, aging like fine wine, each year compounding his wisdom and enriching the legacy he bestows upon our nation. Today, as we celebrate not just Founders Day, but also his birthday, we celebrate a man whose dream continues to breathe through every student, every staff, and every corner of this university. Your Excellency, you didn't just build an institution, you built an idea that education can be a force for peace, for leadership, and for transformation. You dreamed of a university that would raise thinkers, builders, and reformers. And today, that dream stands tall before you. My own journey to this university was not written in the stars. Hailing from a military background, my compass was set to the Nigerian Defense Academy. The cockpit of a fighter jet was my intended destination. But life often steers us not where we want to go, but where we need to go. And so I found myself here at the American University of Nigeria, and I'm proud I did. This institution did not just educate me, it fundamentally reconfigured my intellect, forged my character in the crucible of high expectations, and unveiled a version of myself I had not anticipated. I now know with certainty that this is my dream university. For here, dreams are not inherited. They are meticulously constructed. Each of us has a story, how we got here, what we have learned, who we are becoming, and that is what makes AUN special. It's not just one man's dream anymore. It's all of ours. You've just heard my own version of my dream university. But if you could hear what every student in this hall will say, their struggles, their growth, their moments of discovery, you'll realize that His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has already achieved something remarkable. Because look around you, we are the dream he built. Every lecture, every idea shared, every friendship formed, every step we take towards a better future. That's the legacy of our founder living through us. Our dream university is not made of walls and buildings. It's made of people. It's in the late nights of students chasing excellence. It's in the dedication of faculty who go beyond teaching to inspire. It is in the quiet resilience of staff who keeps this campus alive every single day. Your Excellency, as you celebrate your birthday, we honor you not just for what you have done, but for what you continue to inspire. You have shown us that true leadership is about legacy, about creating something that outlives you. There is an ancient proverb that declares, a society grows great when an old man plants trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. Sir, you looked at the arid plains of educational disparity and you planted a forest. Today, we are the saplings of that forest. Growing strong in the shade of your vision, we are the dream you built. Happy birthday, Your Excellency. On this day, we wish you what you wish yourself. Continued vigor, enduring wisdom, and the profound satisfaction of seeing your legacy flourish in the lives of every soul you have touched. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, this indeed is our dream university. Muhammad Bashir Zakari is my name. Thank you, and God bless you all. Your Excellency, kindly permit me to invite the Director of Internal Affairs of the SG, Hayatuddin Isaidu Injida, to assist me in presenting a birthday card for the SG and the Honor Society, along with the birthday gift from the SG.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed, our diligent SGA president, for that inspiring address and also for the CAT on behalf of the Students' Day founder. Distinguished guests, as we continue our Founders' Day celebration, an occasion that honors vision, excellence, and the spirit of service, it is my privilege to introduce the moments of recognition. We'll begin with the celebrations of a very close to the heart of our community, the AUN 2025 Staff Award and the AUN AID STEM quiz competition among secondary schools in Adamawa. These awards honors the dedication, hard work, and exceptional service of staff members who embody the values of excellence, integrity, and commitment that define the American University of Nigeria. And also the AUNAID STEM Quiz Competition 2025, proudly powered by MQ, one of our esteemed campus food vendors and a steadfast supporter of secondary school students, are given the platform to showcase their knowledge, teamwork, and analytical skills, qualities essential for shaping the leaders and innovators of tomorrow. To lead us in this special double recognition, it is my honor to invite to the podium a leader known for his commitment to excellence, the Vice President for Administration, Mr. Daniel Okereke.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Happy birthday. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. From November 5th to November 8th, 2025, the American University of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Article Institute for Development, proudly hosted the second edition of the STEM quiz competition. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, a celebration of innovation, knowledge, and useful brilliance. This year's contest was inspired by the global theme, Future Solutions, a call to action for young minds to craft bold, creative approaches to the challenges facing our world. It was a showcase of excellence in Yola. 16 schools from Yola North and Yola South were engaged in rigorous rounds of testing across core STEM disciplines, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. Their performances reflected not only academic excellence, but also the spirit of collaboration, resilience, and problem solving that STEM education embodies. At this point, I humbly invite our President, Professor Dewin Fraser, for the presentation of awards to the winning schools. After days of intense competition, we are delighted to announce the top winners of the 2025 AUN Article Center STEM quiz competition. Third place, Yola Model School, Yola. Please, a round of applause for Yola Model School, Yola. Yola Model School demonstrated remarkable skill and determination and secured a well-deserved spot among the top 3. Representative Yola Model School, please come forward for your award. Second place, El Kanemi College of Islamic Theology, Yola. Please, a round of applause for El Kanemi College of Islamic Theology, Yola. With impressive teamwork and sharp scientific insights, El Kanemi College showcased the power of dedication and collaboration. First place, and maintaining their position from last year, is Restoration High School, Yola. Please, a round of applause for Restoration High School, Yola. Restoration High School, Yola built their esteemed honor on building on their triumph from last occasion, clinching the championship for the 3rd consecutive year. Please, a round of applause for Restoration High School, Yola. We extend heartfelt congratulations to every school that took part in this year's competition. Your enthusiasm, commitment, and passion for STEM are paving the way for a brighter future, not just for Yola, not just for Adamawa State, but for Nigeria and the whole world. Together, we celebrate the promise of these young innovators and reaffirm our mission as a development university to nurture the next generation of problem solvers, leaders, and change makers. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And our registrar, and may we call you once again for the 2025 Staff Award.
Thank you, Yusuf. In the spring of 2024, the American University of Nigeria faced an unprecedented energy crisis. Repeated failures of the national grid led to prolonged power outages, severely disrupting academic operations and students' residential life. The situation was further exacerbated by microeconomic instability, placing the university on the brink of collapse. In this moment of adversity, the AUN School of Engineering rose to the occasion. Under the visionary leadership of Professor Abubakar Sadiq Hussaini, Dean of the school, a dedicated team of volunteers launched a transformative solar energy initiative. Beginning with the university library, they systematically designed, installed, and maintained solar power systems across the campus, bringing light and stability to student hostels, academic buildings, administrative offices, and the cafeteria. Simultaneously, the Office of Technology Supports, led by Engineer Francis Chamin and Mr. Daniel Waziri, undertook the solarization of all ICT infrastructure, the data center, and the SATCOM, ensuring uninterrupted digital connectivity and operational continuity. Together, these teams exemplified innovation, resilience, and service. Their tireless efforts not only restored power, but also redefined AUN's energy future, ushering in a new era of sustainability and self-reliance. The American University of Nigerian solar teams have played a pivotal role in our transition from energy dependency to near energy independence, an achievement that has not only enhanced operational resilience, but also resulted in savings of several millions of naira. This milestone marks a turning point in our university's sustainability and financial stewardship. These teams executed all phases of the solar energy project internally, demonstrating remarkable technical competencies and resourcefulness. Due to the diligence of the procurement officer, Mr. Adeniyi Abo, our solar equipment were of the highest standards and at a fraction of the cost quoted by the external vendors. Their work has instilled a renewed sense of belief in what our university teams can accomplish when empowered and entrusted with critical missions under the leadership of a very visionary and strong leader, President Dewayne Fraser. Despite the newness, the complexity, and urgency of the task, the teams worked through the difficult hours and tight deadlines with unwavering focus. Their single-minded resoluteness in the face of an existential challenge exemplifies the very best of AUM values. The solar energy project teams embodies the spirit of innovation, accountability, and service. They are ideal employees who rose to meet a defining moment in our history, not for accolades, but for impact. As we recognize them publicly today, we are not only acknowledging their contributions, but also inspiring others to pursue excellence of service to our beloved university. I therefore respectfully request our dear President, Professor DeWayne Fraser, to once again come forward to present the awards to the AUN solar energy teams. Professor Abubakar Sadiq Hussein. Engineer Anas Audi. Engineer Saidu Sanusi. Engineer Rosemary Nkanebe. Mr. Adeni Abo. Please, a round of applause to these great ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. We did not expect this, but this our award really dedicated. We are dedicated this award to our president, Dan Okereke, Dean Adewale, Bifi Enena. Please, can you join us to take this picture? When Adewale was an interim dean, yes, when Adewale was the interim dean, he stood his ground to support us. That is the road and that is the step, and we will never forget this. And we all take the service, the humanitarian, giving back the society to our family from our dear founder. And I'm inviting our dear founder, please, to join us for this great picture, please. Madam Enena, can you come to the center, please? And Adewale, please. Senator Ben Obi, our chairman, thank you for the support. Thank you for the leading the most complicated university in Nigeria. Thank you, sir. Can you join us? Without these people, we cannot achieve what we really want to achieve. And thank you. May God continue to bless you, sir. Yeah.
The OTS team should join us on stage, please. Engineer Francis Chamin, Mr. Daniel Waziri, Mr. Yasir Otman, Mr. Enoch Enos, and Mr. Teman Jinadu. That completes the AUN Renewable Energy teams. Wonderful guys. Thank you so much. Engineer Francis Chairman, leading his team, Mr. Daniel Waziri, please, a round of applause for these great men, Mr. Yasir Otman, Mr. Enoch Enos, and Mr. Teman Jinadu. As Engineer Francis Chairman, Mr. Daniel Waziri Jenado. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, VPA, and congratulations to the winners of the 2025 AUN AID Quiz Competition, powered by M-Cube. And thank you to our team of fantastic AUN Solar team. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is the AUN Honor Society recognition. The Honor Society members are distinguished students who have demonstrated outstanding academic performance, setting the standard of excellence for their peers and embodying the true spirit of this university. And to lead us in this important segment, I am honored to invite to the stage the faculty advisor of the AUN Honor Society, Professor Abubakar Sadiq Hussaini, who will present the award to the AUN Honor Society members for recognition. Thank you.
As an academic institution committed to academic excellence, as mandated by our founder, the Board of Trustee members, and the Governing Council, we would like to recognize a special group of students, the American University of Nigerian Honor Society. May I please call on all the members of AUN Honor Society to rise and give a standing ovation to our founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, to the chairman and the members of the Governing Council of the AUN. Thank you. I would like to thank the founders of the American University of Nigeria, Vice President of Nigeria between 1999 to 2007, 2099 and 2023 presidential candidate of the PDP and the Waziri of Adamawa, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. The Chairman, Governing Council and Board of Trustees, Senator Ben Obi, members of the AUM Board of Trustees and Governing Council respectively, our energetic President, Professor Dewin Frazier, our keynote speaker, Ambassador Mohamud Ka, welcome back home. Our very own Provost, Professor Paul Vita, the former Governor of Adamawa State, Governor Bindo, the former Minister of Justice, Mr. Malami, our own BP Finance, Enena Masogu, our very own Dan Okereke. Thank you, Dan, for all the support. The Adamawa State Manager of the Bank of Industry, which is our IDAS executive partner, our new project that we are going to embark. The President of Earpart 2 Foundation, like Father, like Dr. Fatima Atiku Abubakar. The Managing Director of ANI, Dr. Adamu Umar. Our very own ABP Hajia Paizeto Abubakar. Our ABP enrollment, Mr. Yusuf, our image maker, and all his team. Our pillar of sport, Mr. Uzo and his team, thank you very much. All academic deans, faculty, staffs, we have, all those that are contributed in one way to the other, we are deeply grateful and indebted to all you all. We say thank you once again. You may sit down now. The mission of American University Honor Society is to identify, nurture, and promote future leaders who embody not only academic excellence, but also who possess moral character and genuine commitment to service. The student who member of the AUN Honor Society must have spent 2 years in the university, and they must achieve and maintain a CGPA of 3.5 on the scale of 4. Ayon Honor Society often emphasize community service and engagement. In response to the recent flooding in Yola, Bole community, the Honor Society organized a clothing drive dedicated to supporting affected families. Members collaborated with the leaders across all the 3 communities to identify victims directly and deliver clothing to those most in need. The society also extended its academic and youth development outreach through a sustained partnership with the Karatu Library Hub in Yola community. This Library Hub community is a space founded by former AUN librarian Martha Sphere and co-founded by Mr. Afada Udo. Throughout the semester, Honor Society volunteers dedicated every Saturday to tutoring children in reading, guiding them through chess, Lido, training, and helping them nurture both literacy and critical thinking. On campus here, the Honor Society strengthens student support system through its flagship mentorship program, pairing experienced Honor Society members with incoming freshmen to guide them academically, socially, mentally, and personally. This semester also saw continued growth of the society work in tutorial system, widely regarded as one of the strongest and most reliable academic support structure available to students. Our energetic president, the great president of the American University, on this month of November and this event, we celebrate the birthday of our dear founder, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. We wish him a happy birthday and many years return. I must now invite the member of Ayon Honor Society to rise and prepare themselves to come on the stage to be recognized. May I cordially invite our energetic president, the Nguyen Fraser, to take his position on stage, please. Let me also kindly invite our founder to join the president as well, please. I would also like to invite our board of trustees, our chairman, Senator Ben Obi, to join our founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. Our keynote speaker, Ambassador Muhammadu Ka, please, can you join our Senator Ben Obi, please? Our very own Sir Peter Okocha, please, can you kindly join him, sir, please? Sir Peter Okocha. Our very own Provost Folbita, Dean Adewale Jem, Dean Bolade, Dean Kani, Dean Chidi, Dean Magaji, Dean Seso, and Dab Saka. Please, can you come accordingly to take your stage?
Aisha Abdul Majid Ibrahim, Computer Science. Aisha to Zubairu Adamu, Electrical Electronics Engineering. Akachuku Madweke, Communications and Multimedia Design, with minor business administration. Bilkisu Abdul Qadir, Law. Bilkisu Abdul Majid, Law. Keru, Law. Edidion Richard Epagnon, Software Engineering. Farida Sulu Gambari, Economics. Fatima Bello Mai, Natural and Environmental Sciences. Fatima Muhammad Yusuf, Law. Hadiza Saeed Ahmad, Law. Israel Curtis Dike, Law. Kefas Vanze Zawaya, Software Engineering. Kulipilang Talemo Da, Law. Lily Ubongabasi, Law. Mirabel Rejoice David, Natural Environmental Sciences. Muhibbuddin Bushra Ayagbami, Law. Muhibbuddin Bushra Ayagbami, Law. Nazia Adekemi Adeleke, Entrepreneurship and Management. Uchendu, Finance. Ogenefago Chidimma, Law. Oluwadobemi Gloria Oladipo, Law. Hadiza Kaigama Musa, Law. Godwin Esio, Law. Radia Fahintola Akambi, Law. Rebecca Neni, Chemical Engineering. Tamim Muhammad, Software Engineering. Tiang Rinam, Musa Tende, Accounting. Tessa Phillips, Communications Multimedia Design. Ubaidatu Hammantu Kuriati Suri, Law. William Waldini Richard, Law. And Zainab Aliu Chiroma, Software Engineering.
Thank you so much, our founder, our president, the chairman, keynote speaker, Sir Peter Okocha, provost, all the deans. You can take your seat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me kindly request our provost to join me for the faculty recognition. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning. Your Excellency, the founder of the American University of Nigeria, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and Governing Council, our President, our keynote speaker. It's an honor to be here today. My introduction. The American University of Nigeria's Founders Day recognizes the founding of our dear university by His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, GCON, to provide world-class, American-style university education that nurtures innovative minds who will move on to transform and drive development in their communities. We profoundly thank our founder for providing this platform for every one of us, in particular, our faculty. Today, we are proud to recognize 4 faculty members who have served the university for 15 years and above for their meritorious service. I'm honored to present this recognition. Please, faculty, when your name is called, stand to receive your recognition. I'll ask the audience to applaud as well. To start, Dr. Chioma Obianudu Anodazie. Please remain standing, Doctor. Dr. Chioma initially joined AUN as a non-academic staff in the School of Information Technology and Communications in 2006. During this period, her role included assisting professors in class with their teaching, as well as students with their challenges in coursework. Today, Dr. Chioma is an assistant professor after earning her Doctor of Philosophy here at AUN. She is also the coordinator of our graduate programs in the School of Information Technology and Computing. I'm happy to announce that one of Dr. Chioma's mentors is our keynote speaker, Ambassador Professor Mahamadou Ka. We thank Dr. Andozia for her meritorious service to the American University of Nigeria. Thank you, Doctor. Next, Professor Lucky Imade. Dr. Imade joined AUN in August of 2008 as an assistant professor. He obtained his Doctor of Philosophy from Clark Atlanta University in the USA. Dr. Imade has served as a U.S. Fulbright Senior Scholar to Nigeria during the 1999-2000 academic year. Since joining the American University of Nigeria, Dr. Imade has been actively involved in mentoring our students. He is the director of AUN's Model UN, and he has led AUN student delegations to participate in both national and international Model UN conferences around the world, and they have, within the period, won many awards. Dr. Imade is currently a professor and has authored multiple scholarly publications and research reports. We thank him for his invaluable contributions to the American University of Nigeria. A round of applause, please. Our third, Dr. Olusegun Ogundapo. Dr. Ogundapo joined the American University in August of 2010 as an instructor in the School of Information Technology and Computing. He obtained his Doctor of Philosophy from De Montfort University, United Kingdom. Following the establishment of the School of Engineering at AUN, Dr. Ogundapo transitioned to the Electrical and Electronics Engineering program. He is currently an associate professor and chair of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. His research interests include computational electromagnetics, wired wireless communication channels, analysis, modeling and organization, network and quantitative data analysis. Please join me in thanking him for his immense contributions to the American University of Nigeria. And finally, the splendid Dr. Agatha Ukata. Dr. Agatha joined the American University of Nigeria also in August 2010 as an instructor in the School of Arts and Sciences. She obtained her Doctor of Philosophy from the University of Witwatersrand, Johannesburg, South Africa. Today, Dr. Ukata is an associate professor and currently serves as the Associate Dean in the School of Arts and Sciences. She also serves as the director of AUN's Innovative Teaching and Learning Center. During her tenure as the chair of English Language and Literature program, Dr. Ukata was instrumental in establishing the Master of Arts degree in English Language and Literature. Dr. Ukata has published widely in peer-reviewed journals, chapters in books, as well as presented scholarly works at national and international conferences. We thank Dr. Ukata for her meritorious service to the American University of Nigeria. We thank our founder, and we thank all of our faculty for their fine work in advancing the mission of this development university. Thank you very much. And now our president will return to introduce our Founders Day speaker. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This year, we have a special treat and surprise for all of you. We have prepared for you a short documentary showcasing the behind the scenes of the setup of AUN's solar project. And without further ado, it will begin playing shortly. Thank you.
The American University of Nigeria, a leading private development university, has been particularly vulnerable to the lingering national energy crisis. The AUN campus is modern and beautiful. It is a diverse learning community with students and staff from several countries. AUN's academic programs, learning resources and community engagement transform students into informed thinkers, innovative leaders, and dedicated solution providers, emphasizing hard work, excellence, integrity, service, and sustainable development. As a national hub for social innovation, AUN's technology-intensive pedagogy requires 24-hour internet connectivity and regular electricity. Campus-wide management systems, communications, cloud services, and other learning infrastructures depend on regular electricity. Nigeria's energy crisis emerged as an existential threat to realizing AUN's lofty mission.
It was a serious burden on AUN to pay electricity bills. On the average, our monthly electricity bill is around 120 million naira.
Empowering our own school to tackle this wasn't just cost saving, it was an investment in the core educational mission and a statement about self-reliance.
The School of Engineering of American University of Nigeria is uniquely designed to provide practical solutions to the real-world problems. We saw an opportunity, abundant sunlight in Yola, brilliant students, and a critical university need. This was not just a project, it was our mission, taking it in action. Trained engineers who build solutions for Africa and to the world.
Everything here in AUN is digital. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to study for midterms or finals and you're just dealing with power cuts over and over again. And the truth is you just never know, you can never predict.
It was at this point that the administration swung into action under the supervision of Dean Ash. Management quickly assembled a team of highly qualified engineers and technicians. So we drew up a plan, got the approvals, and began with what resources were available on campus.
This core team of highly dedicated professionals was joined by enthusiastic engineering students and volunteers from the local community. It is this team that the university community will come to depend on for the critically needed energy transition. For strategic reasons, the university's award-winning e-library was selected as the starting point of the solar installation. The 3 floors of the library host classrooms, reading rooms, academic and administrative offices, as well as the American window and student lobbies.
It was important for our campus to start at the library. Next, we turned an infrastructure project into a living lab for our engineering students. Once the e-library was taken care of, the priority, though, became the student hostels.
At the heart of our operations is the student residential experience, committing our reflection to being a truly student-centered university. And so we prioritize the development of this project around the student residential areas to make the place as comfortable and safe an environment as possible.
The active participation of student volunteers transformed the solar project into a truly university-wide initiative, embodying the core values of community service learning. Their engagement not only broadened the project's impact, but also reinforced our commitment to experiential education and collaborative problem solving.
Working side along the professors and the students was unique. They learned the practical realities and we benefited from their high energy, enthusiasm and readiness to learn more.
Seeing the designs we worked on in class actually being built on campus,
that feeling is indescribable. It's a sense of real responsibility and real impact.
The AUN solar project was carefully planned and intentional. The idea was to start on a smaller scale and achieve symmetrical phases of escalation, achieving over 551.2 kilowatt-hours of regular electricity through solar. Currently, all the students' hostels have been fully integrated into the solar grid. In addition, the Arts and Sciences building, which houses many classrooms, laboratories, study room and faculty offices, as well as the health center and the Students' Activities Hub, are now on solar. So is the Admin 2 building housing the administration and finance offices.
The investment in this project was huge. However, seeing the return on investment makes this worth it. As of September 2025, we are seeing about 50% savings already on this project.
The logistics was mind-blowing. Sourcing quality components and devices at competitive costs, the technical hiccups, every challenge was a teaching moment.
It was a learning curve for all of us. Nobody has a space project of this magnitude before now. We need local technicians for common passion. This project has brought new skills and businesses to Yola. This shows what's possible in our community.
We have been able to achieve significant savings. September of this year, we made savings of 55 million naira if you compare it to the previous year of 2024. And these are savings and resources that we could channel into other critical areas of our university operations.
Energy reliability in itself is transformative. Labs run uninterrupted, students can study, dorms have steady supply of power, and the rhythm of a modern campus life is uninterrupted. And you must give it to the AUN School of Engineering, Dean Ash and his incredible team. They asked not what AUN can do for them, they found out what they can do for AUN and the community, and they proceeded to do it.
The AUN solar project has brought a significant reduction in electricity cost, allowing funds to be reallocated to educational programs. It has helped the university achieve environmental sustainability goals through decreasing reliance on carbon fuels, contributing to a greener campus. It has also created educational opportunities by integrating solar technology into the university's engineering curriculum, becoming a functional laboratory for students to study renewable energy and sustainability. Among other benefits accruing to the university are enhanced research and innovation through opportunities for projects on renewable energy, energy efficiency, and environmental science, particularly focusing on the effectiveness of solar energy systems in educational settings. It has also provided a basis to generate data to improve solar technology applications, while enhancing AUN's institutions' reputations for sustainability, thus appealing to environmentally conscious students and faculty. Energy independence is boosted by considering storage options for excess energy, enhances operational stability. It has opened opportunities for government or private grants to support ongoing and future sustainability projects.
This project put us on the map. We are not just teaching engineers, we are doing transformative engineering. It attracts top students and faculty who want to make a difference within the community.
It showcases AUN's commitment to innovation, sustainability, and solving Africa's challenges. This is the model for a development university. Student recruitment and placement have surged. Employers are asking for graduates with hands-on mega project experience.
This project ignited my passions, and I want to bring solutions to my own village.
Moving forward, phase 3 and beyond, we just completed phase 1 and phase 2. For phase 3 and subsequent phases, we plan to cover the rest of the entire university, including faculty residential area, staff residential area. We will ultimately develop a solar microgrid and embark on new research on materials.
Adamawa is blessed with abundant, high-quality sunshine, a natural resource that many regions in Nigeria can only envy. This consistent solar richness is not only a source of energy, but also a catalyst for creativity, entrepreneurship, and sustainable innovation.
This is a milestone for us and what we stand for. Invest in your own intellectual capital and trust in your own processes. Homegrown solutions are viable, impactful, and empower the next generation. This is dedicated to our dear founder, our board, our faculty, our alums, and a bright future for our university.
And where we once saw just solar panels, today we see the story behind the AUN solar project and the people that helped make this seemingly impossible dream the reality we now live within. And ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding applause, I want you to welcome to the stage the president of AUN, Professor Dwayne Fraser, to introduce to us our keynote speaker for this year's Founders Day.
It is truly my honor and a great delight that I get an opportunity here to introduce our keynote speaker for our 17th Annual Founders Day, Ambassador Professor Mahamadou Ka, our Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Gambia to the Switzerland and Permanent Representative to the United Nations Organization at Geneva, World Trade Organization, and other international organizations in Switzerland. His Excellency, the Ambassador, is a visionary Gambian diplomat, a scholar, a technology governance trailblazer that's been reshaping global digital order from the heart of Geneva's multilateral arena. As the Gambian ambassador and permanent representative to the UNOG, WTO, WIPO, ITU, and other international organizations in Switzerland, he drives equitable digital transformation, ethical AI frameworks, robust data governance, and inclusive digital public infrastructure. He was appointed in 2020 to serve here, back home, at his American University of Nigeria, where he served as our provost, and he was the rank of professor in our information technology and computing area. Earlier, he had made history as the first Gambian board vice chancellor and professor of IT at the University of the Gambia, spearheading institutional growth and digital modernization. Renowned as a global thought leader, our ambassador has taught at Rutgers, Howard, and George Washington in the U.S., served as a non-resident fellow at the University of Cambridge, and holds degrees and appointments from non-resident visiting professors at the University of Johannesburg and non-resident scholar at the AI Ethics Lab, all in Rutgers University, Camden. At UN leadership, the ambassador excels. He's now chairing the UN Commission on Science and Technology, the vice chair of the CTSD. He's the vice president of the Human Rights Convention, chair of the WIPO high-level conversation on IP. He's on the Human Rights Advisory Board of Trade and Development and the vice chair of WIPO for the 34th anniversary International Conference of the ICR. Externally, he contributes to strategic insight into boards. He serves on many different ones. He's even a board of trustee and governing council member of the African University of Science and Technology, and he had served even before he returned to our governing council for over a decade with your AUN. He's a national merit accolades include the Gambian Order of the Republic, OFR, a member of the...
Mr. President, you don't have to read all of it.
Okay. Of all things I could say about our true speaker is he's a great person, a wonderful friend of this university, and it is my pleasure to have our ambassador come forward to speak and share some words of insight. He is truly a part of that AUN family we talk about. Ambassador?
Your Excellency, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, our founder of this great American University of Nigeria and the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our Chairman, Senator Ben Obi, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and Governing Council of this university, members of the AUN Board and the Governing Council, President Dwayne Fraser, distinguished guests, traditional leaders in the audience, policymakers, colleagues from academic institutions, civil society, the private sector, and of course the media, proud students, particularly the Honor Society students, alumni in the audience, and the core of this university, our faculty and staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. It is indeed a distinct honor to address our university's learning community and friends of the American University seated here at our 17th Founders Day. My sincere gratitude to our founder, the AUN Board and Governing Council, and the university leadership under our President, Dwayne Fraser, for being so kind and thoughtful, for inviting me as your keynote speaker and convening this very wonderful, vital gathering. For me, I must say, it is a deeply reflective and profoundly moving homecoming for me to stand before you today. As I walk around this campus, I can't but help send my memory back to when I come to these lands when there was no structures standing. As one who helped shape with colleagues the founding architecture of this remarkable institution, I return today being humbled, and not as a guest, but indeed as a family, an adopted son of this great city, Yola, and this great state, Adamawa State. I began here as your founding dean of the School of Information Technology and Computing, and at one point simultaneously served as interim dean of the School of Business, as well as interim chief of information officer, and I saw Francis earlier on, and I'm very proud of the work they do there. In those early days, in those very early days, we pioneered what was among the very first distinct schools of information technology and computing here in Nigeria and amongst the few across Africa. Launching groundbreaking undergraduate programs in information systems and perhaps the very first undergraduate program in software engineering in this country and in many parts of Africa. Programs that were designed for an accelerating digital world that was only just dawning and escalating. At the same time, I joined colleagues and founded and co-directed the African Center for ICT Training, forging vital bridges between the university and our surrounding communities and the IT industry, building industry-relevant digital skills, competencies, and certifications that empowered hundreds in the community who were not students in the university, as well as university students. Thanks to the generosity of our founder and board members and the MacArthur Foundation that seeded that. Years later, I was honored to return first as a member of the Board of Trustees for a decade or so, and then later back on this campus as your Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost before COVID. In that role, in collaboration with our former President, late Don Deckel, and colleague academic deans and faculty, we led very bold reforms that strengthen our academic enterprise and digital infrastructure. Seeing, I must say, seeing some of our distinguished alumni attending the 17 foundations, particularly our PhD graduates in the audience today, fills me with particular pride. As provost, then I worked closely with our faculty to revamp and elevate our graduate programs, restructuring the PhD offerings with world-class rigor and quality assurance. To ensure these reforms took root, I submit to you that I personally supervised and mentored 5 PhD candidates. The result, AUN awarded its very first doctoral degree, including the universities and quite possibly Nigeria's first PhD in information systems, who is currently serving at a university in the United Kingdom. Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, guests, and friends, since this is my first time returning to our campus since my departure about 5 years ago, and the first Founders' days since the demise of our former president, late President Don Deckel, whom I served under as provost, kindly allow me to humbly request a 1-minute silent prayer in her memory and all the departed souls of this learning community. May her soul rest in peace. So, distinguished friends, I wanted to give you that warm-up background. I stand before you again not simply as today's keynote speaker, but as a proud member of this extraordinary family, deeply humbled, eternally grateful, and more committed than ever to the vision that brought us all here more than 17 years ago. 17 years ago, standing on this same soil of Adamawa, a handful of us gathered around our dearest founder to plant an idea that he conceived, he committed to, a development university, one that would not merely award degrees, but transform lives, strengthen communities, and prepare leadership grounded in ethics, in excellence, and in service. Today, I must say that founding mission confronts the most consequential context of our time. What is that context, ladies and gentlemen? It is indeed, and perhaps not surprising for many of you that I will go there, the age of algorithms. The age of algorithms. Before I delve into the heart of my insights and perspectives on this keynote address, allow me to provide some backdrop context. The global order is shifting, power moving east, supply chains realigning amid trade wars and climate crisis. And yet, the global south, Africa included, familiar burdens persist in digital form. Inequity, underinvestment, and a divide no longer is just about connectivity, but I submit about sovereignty. Artificial intelligence holds immense promise to transform education and healthcare, strengthen food and climate resilience, expand public services, and unlock economic opportunities. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, unequal access to artificial intelligence, on data, on financing, and on infrastructure risks deepening divides between and within nations. The global south, Africa included, must not be spectators or peripheral beneficiaries. We must be architects, contributors, and equal partners. For Africa, our continent, and for Nigeria and my country, the Gambia, digital transformation is indeed a development imperative. Our youth, such as yourselves, you are our greatest resource. Technology, or technologies our greatest accelerator. We must accelerate investment in digital infrastructure, in data infrastructure, future-ready skills, innovation ecosystems, cybersecurity, and smart regulatory frameworks that embed responsible artificial intelligence and digital trust and build the learning infrastructure at our universities and all learning institutions to adequately respond in building the requisite capacity competencies that are needed research capabilities responsive to our very unique context. Human capital, ethical governance, and inclusive innovation forms the bedrock and the role of universities such as American University of Nigeria is core and indeed an imperative. No country, no continent can succeed alone. We need a fair, accessible, forward-looking global architecture. Let me unpack that. Equitable access to compete or to compute power. Equitable access to compute power, training data, which is the key asset of unleashing the opportunities of artificial intelligence and frontier technologies. And artificial intelligence capacity building, especially for least developing countries such as Africa and our universities and research centers and institutions. We must accelerate South-South and what I call triangular cooperation, technology transfer, open digital public goods, and new financing for inclusive development. Standards for artificial intelligence safety, data governance, and digital rights must reflect our voices, our realities, and priorities, and this must be a priority and an opportunity for this learning community, particularly our students, our faculty and researchers, and indeed visiting scholars that come to this institution. So I submit to this gathering 3 strategic imperatives. 1, digital public infrastructure as foundational bedrock, interoperable, inclusive, trusted systems that are the essential rails for finance, for identity, and indeed for public service. Digital public infrastructure is not a luxury. It is the engine for resilient and for inclusive growth and must be safeguarded. Secondly, data as a sovereign resource, increasingly more important than oil, I submit. I hope you heard me. Our most potent untapped asset is data. We must govern it wisely to fuel artificial intelligence models that understand our context, the African context, our multiple diverse languages, and needs ensuring that data sovereignty amid big technology dominance. And you have to be a participant of that as we look ahead beyond our 17. Third, I mentioned safeguards. Safeguards are non-negotiable in the digital world. We must embed ethics, accountability, and guardrails against biases, protect digital rights, and prevent new exclusions. Technology, ladies and gentlemen, must serve our people and not the reverse. I wish to share additional humble and modest insights and perspectives for our collective reflections as we march beyond the 17th Founders Day. Governance in the age of artificial intelligence, or governance in the age of algorithmic, ethics, policy, and public value. These are inseparable from the urgent continuing challenges that we have, which is bridging the digital divide meaningfully, bridging the divide of artificial intelligence, and yes, emerging quantum divide. We're trying to catch up and close the digital divide. We are catching up, artificial divide is widening, and there is a new wave, which is the evolving divide in quantum. These are no longer distant or technological concepts, our AUN learning community. They determine how we prosper, how we live, how we learn, and how we work, and ultimately how we develop and rise and uplift ourselves from hopelessness and from poverty. The new digital reality, I must say, from broadband to cognitive sovereignty. This digital divide that I mentioned of the past was about connectivity. The divide of today, I submit to you in this 17th Founders Day, and even more so tomorrow, is about capability, is about governance, is about sovereignty. With that backdrop, we are witnessing three significant divides. An AI divide, where nations, countries such as ours, without the competent skills, without data capacity or compute resources, will fall irreversibly behind, more than the distance that we have been behind ever. The second divide is what I alluded to earlier, a coming of the quantum divide, which I submit, if unaddressed, could make our financial systems, our health records, our national security infrastructure vulnerable overnight. We won't even know what happened to us. And the last divide is the data divide, where our continent, Africa, our country, Nigeria, Gambia, and others, home to the world's richest linguistic, cultural, and ecological diversity. This is not contested. Contributes less, and I say less than 1% of global training data for AI models. You put that into perspective. I think as a development university, as the President was saying, embracing Africa's challenge, this is the greatest challenge that I hope, as we reflect on our successes within the last 17 years, and we open the door for the next phase, we will confront these divides as students, as faculty, and as researchers. If we do nothing, my dear learning community, American University of Nigeria, and all universities in Africa for that matter, these divides will solidify into new global hierarchies. We will begin to see digital colonies in an era where power is defined, I submit, by algorithmic and computational control. And we are living it now. It's not just fiction. But the good news, American University of Nigeria, the good news, if we act with urgency, if we act with urgency and wisdom, the same technologies that are challenging can indeed become the greatest equalizer in our entire human history. So wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Let us all wake up and make it our business. In Geneva, at the United Nations, whether I am chairing the UN Commission on Science and Technology for Development, or I'm co-leading the working group on data governance mandated by the UN, or advising as a member of the UN Strategic Digital Public Infrastructure with Safeguards, or contributing to the recent constructive engagements on efforts to revive the United Nations Charter Article 109 coalition and ensure that those voices, our voices, particularly African voices and the Global South voices that were missing during the founding of the Charter of the United Nations and meaningfully and inadequately not part of the governance of the United Nations, requires us to revisit the Charter after the UN registering 80 years. We must update the UN Charter that is meaningfully inclusive, equitable, fair, and indeed respond to our diverse and unique contexts and roles that we must co-create. We must co-own the nuances and the rules that governs the UN system. Most of our countries were not independent and didn't have a voice when the UN was architect many years ago. And what results is it does not wholly serve and equitably our requirements and needs. Just think about the configuration and architecture of the Security Council and the P5. A continent, Africa, where majority of humanity and majority of member states resides have no voice or vote in the Security Council. It is indeed unacceptable and requires our global community, our intellectual curiosity and action, and have the courage and conviction to join hands to contribute to the many minds that are fixing it equitably. Further, cannot simply adopt rules, co-author them. Let me offer three foundational principles. One, ethics must precede code. An algorithm trained on biased data reproduces inequality at the speed of light. We need African-led frameworks grounded in Ubuntu, in human dignity, in communal responsibility, in fairness and equity. And certainly, I trust that our learning community will make it its business and will lead the pack to reflect and do something about this. Second, policy must be smart, sovereign, and anticipatory. We need national and continental artificial intelligence policies, data as a public good, quantum-ready security systems, and indeed digital public infrastructure with safeguards, citizens-owned, interoperable, and secure. And lastly, public value must be our North Star. AI must serve our society, not the other way around. We need AI for precision agriculture, for maternal health, for climate resilience, and for inclusive education. The central role of universities, such as American University, is to be the leader, to join hands with others and lead. Governments set policy, multilateral institutions shape norms, industry drives innovation, but I submit only universities such as the American University of Nigeria provides the intellectual anchor, provides the research depth, the ethical grounding and leadership pipeline necessary for this moment, and you are the leadership pipeline. American University, by design, was created to lead this transformation. My opening remarks tells you that that was our seeding. I was tasked when I was brought here to build a world-class School of IT and Computing. And the founder is sitting here. I'm sure he remembers that. It was a tall order. And to convince the policymakers that software engineering can indeed be an undergraduate program housed in a non-engineering school, I don't have time to get to the details and the intricacies of that, but we succeeded in our first 4 years to accreditate all our programs that drives the digital revolution and the gaps I'm talking about. I challenge our learning community, our president, our provost, the academics, us as board members, to rethink policy schools, schools of international policy. I think we have an opportunity, and I'm a bit provocative here. What I would say, we augment our School of Public Policy and International Relations to a school of digital public policy and algorithmic governance. If the backdrop of this keynote resonates with you, we have an opportunity to produce leadership from these Adamawa grounds at the American University of Nigeria that are fluent in policy, in data science, in bioscience, in ethics, and in technology law, leveraging from the quality of the brilliance in our law school. We must also challenge ourselves to incubate and seed transdisciplinary research institutes and centers in this university. An institute of artificial intelligence and quantum readiness, centers for agriculture, health, and climate, where these applications are applied to lead the pack. That is the AUN that I was told was to be built. And we have managed to evolve with quality in the last 17 years. So we must be audacious and not lower our gaze to confront the biggest human challenges. We must revolutionize our curriculum as we did when I was here. Every discipline here, every program, I would say our faculty must challenge each other to integrate artificial intelligence, literacy, digital rights, ethics, and yes, indigenous knowledge. I remembered when we did that in 2005, when we opened our doors and integrated information technology in our curriculum. Every contribute and capture the realities of the need for digital and AI literacy with ethics and our context. I would also suggest that we have to have policy incubation and step up our engagements beyond the doors of this university and connect to multilateral environments. The American University of Nigeria can position itself to be the hub of excellence of African AI policy lab and multilateral knowledge partnerships. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that was enough of a provocation, if I may say so, and allow me to conclude by a tribute to our founder and Nigeria's trailblazer, an unparalleled leadership, an unparalleled vision and commitment, an unparalleled person with goodwill who never forgets anyone and uplifts always from the bottom for a better community, for a better nation, for a better country, and for a better continent. Your Excellency, my brother, and our founder, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Your vision did not create a university. It created a beacon of hope. Let me repeat. Your Excellency, your vision did not create a university only to award degrees, but it created a beacon of hope. Your lifelong commitment to education, to our youth, to our women, to democracy, and indeed to sustainable development is not only a gift to Nigeria or to Adamawa State, but a gift to Africa, all over. Just look at the many nations that cross its path on this Adamawa grounds. Allow me, and I say happy birthday, Your Excellency. Allow me to honor faculty, staff, and alumni and leaders past, those that I was here when few believed on what we will become it, and to you, the present, and pioneers, our pioneer world. At this 17th Foundation Day, we remember all of you and appreciate with gratitude their impactful and enduring contribution to this American University of Nigeria, lest we forget. We say thank you to all of them, and we say thank you to all of you continuing to serve. Your legacies is our collective foundation on which the American University stands tall. I'm jumping quite a bit because time is not on our side, and it's always dangerous to give the mic to a former professor. We meet at a hinge, let me conclude. We meet at a hinge moment in human history. The world is being rewritten in code. The question is Africa and the American University of Nigeria will lead and continue to lead in this new frontier. So let this 17th Founders Day be the moment we decide. American University of Nigeria, I submit, will continue and step up and accelerate to shape our collective future. American University of Nigeria and Africa will be an architect of the artificial intelligence and quantum age. Faculty and students and researchers, please take notes. Technology or frontier technologies will reflect our values, will reflect ethics, will reflect dignity, humanity, and indeed in the spirit of Ubuntu. And our students, you, our students, you will not just prepare for this future. We expect more from you. You will indeed create it and lead it, as some of your alumni are doing all over the world. The time is now. Act boldly. Our people's tomorrow and the world's equitable future indeed depends on it. The Africa of our children, our Africa deserves not a dream, more than a dream. We deserve a decision. We deserve a decision, our decision, a game-changing mind. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Nagode, Asante Sana, Jerejev. God bless the American University of Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless our founder. And we wish him all the best. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with him always to achieve beyond his own and our own expectations, bi'iznillah. Thank you so much. I have three tokens of gifts that I want to give to the founder, our board chair, and the president. A book that I co-authored in this area called Digital Technologies 360, Leveraging Technology to Build a Secure and Sustainable Digital Future.
Having heard from one of the founding staff of the American University of Nigeria, who happens to be our keynote speaker today, Your Excellency, I crave your indulgence to invite the President of the American University of Nigeria to step forward for the recognition of the founding staff.
As we're a little short on time, I am going to read these names, and we'll have more information about all of them in great detail in social media and in some of our press releases. So at the American University of Nigeria, when it was founded in 2003, it was there to build a world-class education right here in Yola. We're pleased to acknowledge that there's 30 founding staff members at the institution who have been working here for that amount of time. So we have to really take a moment to reflect and say thank you to them. If you hear your name, please stand. Abdul Murtala. And let's wait until we get everybody up, but we'll get them all. Abdullah Karim Ibrahim in financial operations. Abdulhai Mohammed in facilities management. The very first employee, Abu Bakar Bunu. Benjamin Nemo in events. Benson Ali in our library, Dr. Chioma, we just heard about in IT, Damari Ibrahim in financials, Evelyn Abandi in student accounts, Francis Chaming in IT, Gadado Uzman in transportation, Hawa Musa in our stores, Jamalat Aziz in student affairs, John Dean in facilities management, Joshua Daniel in facilities management, Kawu Tukar in financials, Larry Oziku in financials, Monica Benjamin in human resources, Napoleon Jimanu in facilities, Odichi Inoegu Ochechi, in projects, Olushi Omoko in our admissions office in Enugu, Ruben Benjamin, facilities, Sunday Agagraga from facilities, Umar Mohammed, Uso, who's responsible for this service today, Warabu Hamajud in facilities management, Wesley Joseph in facilities management, and Yusuf Nazir. Please permit me to give a round of applause for all of this staff. And we have more recognitions coming for them, but thank you from all of us for staying the course and seeing the university where it is today. It was built on your backs, and we're so grateful for you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President. As we continue the celebration, I invite the AN students to the stage for a special presentation. Your Excellency, in the Our Founders One Set series, the pupils and students now have a compendium of your enduring belief in the transformative power of education drawn from your past speeches. These words continue to resonate through your founding of the AUN schools and the American University of Nigeria. AUN schools, if you said.
Near the white with white bread, with white beard. Remember, good day to you. Look, you have like my yeah. No. See, just turn back a little, you see. When Mariam says. When Mariam says.
Dreams still dawn upon every horizon. You can sit a sit-down where intellect takes flight, where destiny dialogues with the dawn of light. Good day to our A1 present, sentinel of purpose and poise, a student of brilliance whose voice refines our voice. Good day to our guest speaker, whose words shall soar like fire, awakening thoughts, rekindling desire. Good day to all esteemed guests of honor, the noble and renowned. In your presence, inspiration abounds. You dignify this ceremony with grace and esteem, a living testament to a founder's dreams. From Yolo's heart where desert meets dawn, A1 schools arose, splendor reborn. Knowledge became our compass, truth our art, excellence the anthem that stirs every heart. So here we stand, radiant and refined, the pulse of promise, the proof of your mind. With reverent hearts we rise and say, welcome all to A1 Founders Day. Here A1 schools forever, A1 strong, where truth and valor both belong. True mind and mind, true work and will. A1, your dream shines brighter than steel. Our founder once said, education can and should be the key to opportunity, prosperity, and progress.
Mustafa, our founder, once said, education is the only reliable channel through which people can be empowered to speak freely, dream big, and fight for their rights, financially, politically, and otherwise.
Wonderful. Asha, our founder, once said, my father was jailed for resisting my enrollment in school. That's how far I've come. Beautiful.
education you all have gained here is the best you can get anywhere. It can take places. Brilliant. Sophia, our founder, once said,
It is becoming evident by the day that the future of Nigeria lies not in the bowels of the earth, but in what is in the head of the people. That is the human capital.
Amazing. Halima, our founder, once said,
When I was young, I was schooled by the herds boy. I fed my family. Without education, I may not be what I am today. That is why I fully committed to African investment in education.
Awesome. Mariam, our founder, once said,
I challenge you to expand from nursery, primary, and secondary school to university. An educated population is essential for national unity, peace, and growth, as it is less susceptible to manipulation by divisive forces.
Wow. Dimitri, our founder, once said,
Education truly can change a person's story. It gave me everything. Whatever happens, get an education.
Wonderful. Fatima, our founder, once said,
When women are educated, families are smaller and healthier. When women are educated, more children go to school. Infants and
I truly believe that an educated population forms the backbone of a progressive and prosperous society. Education is the key to unlocking opportunity, prosperity, and progress.
Amazing. Mustafa, our founder, once said,
education remains the master key to unlocking Nigeria's huge potential, setting the country on the path of full socio-economic development.
Wonderful. Lucia, our founder, once said,
with support from government by way of tax incentives and part funding, Nigeria could ease its education challenges by adopting the German dual vet model. Think of the impact such institutions will have.
Beautiful. Nicole, our founder, once said, we are the largest black nation on earth, and it's our destiny to be a beacon of hope to Africa and the black diaspora. The only way to fulfill that potential is by educating the people and unleashing their creative genesis. Fantastic. Happy birthday, our dear founder.
His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Wazirin Adamawa, JCON, on behalf of the AN schools, we are honored to present these cards and tokens of our administration and appreciation to you. We wish you many more years and prosperity in good health. Happy birthday, our dear founder.
Thank you so much, AN Schools. Please give them a round of applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now come to one of the most heartfelt moments of today's celebration. The AUN Honor Society, our highest community of scholars, wishes to offer a special investiture and recognition of the man whose vision made all of this possible. His belief in the power of education has changed lives, built dreams, and gave every single student on this campus a place to belong to. To lead this meaningful tribute, I warmly invite the Vice President.
Place of our President, Sharon Pedro Dimas, who unfortunately could not be here with us today. Your Excellency, we respectfully invite you to the podium, please. Thank you, Your Excellency. Over 20 years ago, you envisioned a legacy, like a seed that would endure for generations, a gift that would reflect the sincerity of your commitment to humanity. You could have chosen many paths, business ventures, infrastructure, or philanthropy in various forms, but you chose education, an investment that transforms lives, it shapes leaders, and above all, it builds nations. And today, we all stand within the shelter of that great gift. The American University of Nigeria, one founded with a clear vision and intent to serve as a development university, development keyword. Within this legacy also stand the American University of Nigeria's Honor Society, the only honor society in the entirety of Nigeria and one of the only few in Africa. Your Excellency, as a society, we have 4 ideals: scholarship, integrity, leadership, and service. And we must confess that to many of us in the Honor Society, not only do you embody these ideals, but you are a mentor in spirit to us all. Your resilience and unwavering belief in the potential for a better Nigeria and your faith in the potential of its youth inspire not only our society, but the entirety of the AUN body. I echo the words of the U.S. National Peace Corps, which once said, and I quote, "No private businessman in Africa has worked harder for democracy or contributed more to the progress of higher education than His Excellency Atiku Abubakar," end quote. In the past, you have honored us with your presence. You have shook our hands. You have encouraged us with your smiles. You have responded graciously to our invitations like a father who genuinely cares about the growth and future of his children. And today, Your Excellency, in appreciation of your unwavering support for the society, its members, and the entirety of the AUN community, the American University of Nigeria's Honor Society is deeply and profoundly honored to recognize you as our life patron. Thank you, Your Excellency, and may the stars always shine in your favor.
Thank you, Honor Society members. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we invite Professor Peter Jenga for the AUN Ubuntu for Peace student recognition.
Good day to everyone. The established protocol is duly respected. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here to introduce the AUN Ubuntu for Peace Students Team. It is my honor to introduce the AUN Ubuntu for Peace Students Team, comprising of 15 students registered and a number of volunteers and a faculty advisor. Inspired by the Ubuntu wisdom of shared humanity with nature, this team is committed to building peace from ground up and demonstrating that the involvement of youth in peace building is a huge promise for a safer world. To advance this vision, the team has 3 projected tasks: peace education and dialogue, potable water provision, and tree planting. Executing these tasks, the team chose specifically in Mbole 1, 2, and 3 communities. Here, the team delivered tangible and measurable projects. The team organized a peace-building workshop, built water wells, and planted over 200 trees, highlighting the core value of peaceful coexistence. This success story got the team nominated to compete at the 2025 International Showcase in Abu Dhabi, the UAE. This showcase was organized by the Manara Center for Peaceful Coexistence. A total of 10 universities competed. With this standout presentation in terms of clarity, vision, and grounded community work, Ubuntu for Peace team came top and was conferred with the award of Ambassadors for Peaceful Coexistence. This award is accompanied with a trophy and financial support to enable it sustain itself and ongoing new projects. I also want to announce that the award is complemented with an endless spectrum of internship opportunity for the students at the AUN. Either they will travel to the UAE for the internship or will do the internship here at home. Please join me in welcoming our darling ambassadors of peaceful coexistence. The AUN Ubuntu for Peace team, which has demonstrated that peace is not abstract, but a lived practice shaped by youth, community, and shared humanity. Please, the Ubuntu for Peace AUN team. And there in the midst of the line of the students is a trophy that we won. The founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, the president and his management cohort, the entire AUN team. As we celebrate your birthday today, the founder, we dedicate this victory to you. Earlier on, the keynote speaker did say that you didn't found a university, but you created an endless bedrock of hope to people, young and of every age at all, across the globe. And this is a clear demonstration of this wonderful description of the legacy you have established. We dedicate this to you on your birthday. We want to thank once again the founder for giving us this opportunity and these young people here to demonstrate this great element of talent, element of knowledge, element of capability. We also want to thank the president of the AUN, Fraser Dwayne, and his management team members who have always remained inspiration to the team. We want to resolve that we would continue to sustain this legacy and in fact create more impactful outcome as the Ubuntu for Peace team at the AUN. Thank you very much. So, I will invite the team lead. Do you lift up the trophy, right? You want to say something?
No, just inviting the president to give him the award.
Okay. We invite of the AUN, Fraser Dwayne, please. Could you step forward? And so we present the trophy to you in honor of the founder's birthday today. And we believe what is with you is a safe keep. Thank you very much. Okay. And please, President? President? We humbly also invite the founder to join the team in the group photograph, as he would also be shown and presented an award trophy. Thank you very much. Initially, when the keynote speaker spoke of Ubuntu, I just want to assure Ba that yes, we try to represent Africa with this fundamental philosophy of Ubuntu. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Jenga. Please join me once again in appreciating this profound moment of honor and gratitude. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and now we arrive at one of the most significant moments of today's program, the founder's special remarks. It is my distinct honor to invite to the podium the man whose vision and leadership brought the American University of Nigeria to life, and who continues to inspire us all through his dedication and guidance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming to the podium a leader of courage, a patriot of uncommon resilience, and a man whose vision has shaped the very foundation of this university, the Vice President of Nigeria 1999 to 2007, the Waziri Adamawa, the founder, American University of Nigeria, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Let me first start with an apology because we ran behind time due to my engagements in Kaduna yesterday, where I also had to deliver an address. Chairman of board, members of board, president, faculty, staff and students, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pride and profound humility that I stand before you today to commemorate the 17th Annual Founders Day of the American University of Nigeria. Honestly, in the course of the program, I thought I should change the topic of my speech today. But because I have committed so much work into the draft of what I'm about to say, I thought I should keep the other issue until, by God's grace, we have another opportunity to be here together again. Let me, before I proceed, thank my personal guest, the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Malami, for honoring me to be at this occasion. He has just established a university in Kebbi State, and we were exchanging views when we were driving in my car to this place. I want to address you today on the issue of alumni. Your role and what we expect of you, anchored in our shared commitment to education and enlightenment, serves as not only a celebration of our journey thus far, but also a powerful reminder of the relentless pursuit of excellence in education, a pursuit that has never been more critical than it is today. As we gather in this hallowed hall, I invite each of you to look around. Nigeria, a land of rich diversity and boundless opportunity, stands at a crucial crossroads. As we confront the formidable challenges that plague our educational system decisively for positive change. But before we delve into the challenges within our education system, we must first acknowledge the myriad difficulties and threats that besiege the Nigerian state today. We are grappling with the violence unleashed by relentless Boko Haram religious fanatics and the resulting pervasive security challenges that plague our country. We are again contending with marauding criminal gangs and bandits who are terrorizing innocent communities alongside bigoted separatists whose violence leaves scars on the fabric of our society. On another plank, ethnic and tribal jangoids are threatening our collective peace and creating divisions that further erode our social cohesion and unity. As daunting as these divisive challenges are, however, it needs to be pointed out that perhaps the most insidious threat of all comes not from the visible chaos of these armed groups, but from a far deeper neglect of our education, health, and human services. This neglect was orchestrated by the individual machinations of white-collar criminals who sit in our public offices, dressed in elegant suits, flowing or starched traditional dresses, working in our public civil services, National Assembly, judiciary, and the executive. The crass disregard for education inflicted upon us by the current as well as the successive governments since 2007 has transformed what could have been a vibrant future into a bleak landscape. While we can struggle to confront the acute threats of violence and turmoil from the armed groups, the consequences of neglecting education, health, and human services do not just threaten the present, they wreak havoc on our future, which you represent here. It is this fact that compels me today to urge everyone to focus attention on the state of our nation's education. Our beloved country, poised with a youth population that boasts enormous promise, faces staggering challenges that threaten to undermine our most precious asset, that is our future in our children. Currently, millions of children remain out of school. And among those who do enroll, many find themselves disillusioned, trapped in an outdated paradigm that fails to prepare them for the demands of an increasingly complex and competitive world. The classroom's experience, already compromised, is further muddied by overcrowded facilities, a lack of resources, and educators who are under-supported. This dire educational reality is not just an unfortunate circumstance. It poses a profound threat, not only on the lives of our youths, but also on the society we are striving to build, which you represent here. The statistics are sobering. Nigeria holds the regrettable title of having the largest population of out-of-school children in the world. Can you imagine that? How is it that in a country rich in resources, cultural heritage, knowledge, and a myriad of talents, we find ourselves with such a dismal record? Every unattended classroom symbolizes a child with unfulfilled potential, a dream put on hold, and a talent that will remain dormant. While the collective security threats we face or are facing today may seem daunting, but they pale in comparison to what awaits us because of our criminal neglect of education. The very act of allowing millions of children to fall into the abyss of ignorance is a crime against not just the living, but against our future citizens, those who will emerge into a world where servitude and subjugation may be the only prospects they encounter. Think about their children and grandchildren. If we do not act now to revitalize our educational system, we doom an entire generation of lives devoid of opportunity, creativity, and the freedom to dream. It is in the face of this very ugly and harrowing picture of our future that I shudder to reflect on the federal government's decision to allocate over 23 billion US dollars towards the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, 13 billion, and the Badagry-Sokoto Superhighway, 9 billion, while the nation is gripped by this educational crisis. This reflects a grievous misallocation of priorities and embarrassing disconnects between infrastructural developments and the pressing need for educational reform. What is even more appalling is that these projects were not preceded by strategic planning and community engagement that our nation deserves, nor were they part of the ruling party's campaign promises. Because they bypass all these established channels of accountability and morality, their dogged pursuit reveals a troubling allegiance to the insatiable greed of those in positions of authority who appear intent on loading our collective patrimony into their own pockets. As we reflect on these decisions, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? What ramifications does this misdirection hold for the future of our children? And that is your future. The immediate effect of this is clear. We are redirecting crucial funds that should enhance our educational system to strengthen an infrastructure project that cannot tackle the socio-complex and socio-economic challenges we are up against. In the long term, however, the cost will even be steeper as our nation's stagnation in education leads to dwindling economic power, escalating inequality, and a generation of youth unprepared for the tasks that await them. At a time when we should be positioning our country as a leader of thought, innovation, and progress, we instead risk becoming a society that cannot formulate solutions to the present issues we face. Modern education is no longer an option. It is a necessity, a powerful tool that can mitigate the proliferation of violence, poverty, and disenfranchisement. Education cultivates informed citizens who can rise against fanaticism and injustice, fostering a generation equipped to challenge the status quo and reshape the narratives of our nation. That is why you are called Gen Z. If I were at the helm of governance, I will prioritize upgrading schools' infrastructures across the length and breadth of our nation. Imagine a Nigeria where every child has access to safe, well-equipped classrooms that foster creativity, critical thinking, and holistic growth. Imagine. We will revise curriculum to ensure our education system aligns with global standards while remaining responsive to local needs. Exactly what AUN is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, moreover, we would fortify healthcare delivery systems, ensuring that our citizens are healthy and thriving, because how can we expect children to learn if they are battling illness or malnutrition? Amidst the government's failures to fulfill its duties, the American University of Nigeria shines as a symbol of top-tier, non-profit education. We celebrate the significant achievement of establishing AUN, a gift from the Atiku family that transcends borders to serve humanity. Our ethos at AUN is firmly rooted in a devotion to serving others rather than seeking personal enrichment. Any profits generated by AUN will always be reinvested for the collective good, never for individual or family gain. Such profits will be charged education for our students. Supporting the American University of Nigeria means supporting a movement, an invitation to all philanthropists, both at home and abroad, to join us in advancing the noble cause of education. Your support is not simply a financial contribution. It is an affirmation of your belief in the power of knowledge to heal, to enrich, and to empower. Supporting AUN is indeed supporting humanity, for education has the power to bridge divides, illuminate paths, and inspire generations to the world. Exemplifying the values and leadership skills, it is an entrenched tradition rooted in the American education system they have embraced at AUN. While traveling throughout Nigeria and across the globe, I have been fortunate to encounter countless AUN graduates making waves in their respective domains, contributing solutions and affecting positive change in their communities. Many a times, AUN alumni, sir, around, we have come to pay our respects. Let them remember to give back to the institution that shaped fertile minds of our youth. Let us rise to the occasion and reclaim our narratives. Our nation deserves the opportunity to thrive, and we can achieve this only through education, healthcare, and community engagement. Together in healthcare reform, and invest your intellectual and financial resources toward innovations that cultivate the next generation of thinkers, leaders, and change makers in our society. As we reflect upon our progress and the challenges that lie ahead, I cannot conclude these remarks without acknowledging the invaluable contributions from our friends and partners, both within Nigeria and across the globe. To all our supporters, collaborators, benefactors, and parents from Africa, the United States of America, Europe, India, and the Far East, your unwavering faith in our mission has been nothing short of transformative. Our dedication to our vision extends beyond mere financial support. It embodies profound partnership that signifies hope for our students and communities. You have believed in the potential of the American University of Nigeria. Your help has allowed us to realize our goals, uplift lives, and plant the seeds for a better future. It is said that a nation's wealth is measured not just by its material riches, but by the quality of its education, the well-being of its citizens, and the opportunity it provides for future generations. You have played an integral role in helping us measure up to that standard. We have to pay homage to our friends and partners because we owe our rise and achievements thus far to their unyielding support and patronage. It is this backing that serves as the backbone of our success, but even more than our past, our future, a future where the vision of AUN flourishes and transforms lives, is wholly dependent upon the promise of your continued commitment and support. Together, we will write the next chapter of success and prosperity for Nigeria. Members of Board of Trustees and Council, President, faculty, staff, students. In conclusion, the American University of Nigeria is but a catalyst for change, fueled by real hope, clear vision, and the belief that through education, we can realize the destiny of our country. Together, let us rise to this occasion, harness our collective potentials, and work tirelessly to build a foundation that not only uplifts individuals and communities, but ultimately transform Nigeria. I thank you very much for listening. Again, I apologize for the delay in starting this program, and I pray we live to see another Founders Day. Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
A gift to humanity that transcends borders. I think that perfectly encapsulates and what AUN is. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your powerful speech and nuggets of wisdom, and we walk away the better for having had the honor to have listened to you, our dear founder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the members and representatives of our dear sister universities for a word of goodwill to us. I would first like to invite the representative of the National University Commission and Vice Chancellor of Mautech. In the meantime, I would like to invite the rest of our dear sister universities for a word of goodwill to us on the stage, please. Thank you.
The former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Dr. Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri of Adamawa, has stand on the existing protocol. On behalf of the National Universities Commission, whom I representing the Executive Secretary, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, I wish to congratulate American University Yola on its Founders Day. I also want to congratulate the founder, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri of Adamawa, who has been doing a lot to education. He has established primary, secondary, and universities in Yola. He has supported the poor. He has supported the underprivileged. He has given the ordinary people the chance to be educated. For example, he gave the Chibok Girls Scholarship, and today some of them have graduated from this university. He has also contributed to the development of the underprivileged children, the Almajiri system, which he provided for and graduate as under school graduate to have skill, and some of them are graduates from this university. People of Adama and Nigeria will always remain proud of you, sir. You have done excellently in the field of education, and we pray that Almighty God will give you long life and prosperity. Thank you.
I am Professor Sanusi Bello from Adamawa State University. I am representing the Vice Chancellor, Adamawa State University, Professor Augustine Kan University of Nigeria. Congratulations. We wish you the best in all your undertakings. Thank you very much.
The founder, American University of Nigeria, Your Excellency, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. I'm Professor Mrs. Elizabeth Yecho. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration of Federal University Dutsemma. I'm representing my Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammed Khalid Uthman, who would have loved to be here himself. Unfortunately, or fortunately enough, is on an official trip to one of the foreign countries. So he sent his apologies and asked me, on behalf of Federal University Dutsemma Governing Council, the Senate, management, staff, and students, to congratulate you all in American University of Nigeria on your 70th Annual Founders Day celebration, which coincides with the birthday celebration of the founder. It gives us so much joy in my university to be here today. Indeed, your founder is a great man. He's a man that would have loved to invest in other ventures, but he decided to come back and give back to his community for the great things they have done for him. How I wish each and every one of us seated here should emulate him by giving back to our various societies. Sir, I say congratulations and happy birthday. May the good Lord continue to bless you and make sure that he gives you long life in health to continue to bless this institution of yours. Congratulations to all of you once again. Thank you.
I'm Professor Jibril Tahir Al-Hassan, University Librarian, Federal University, Kashiri, Gombe State. I represent my Vice Chancellor, Professor Umaru Pati, the Kegama Adawawa, who would have been here personally, but because of other engagements, he sent me to represent him. And I bring felicitations from him and the entire Federal University of Kashiri community to Your Excellency, the founder of American University of Nigeria, the chairman, board of trustees, the president, and the entire American University of Nigeria. And on behalf of my Vice Chancellor and the university community, I wish you many happy returns of today. May Allah grant you good health. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much, our dear sister universities, for your warm goodwill messages and remarks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a thunderous applause. To bring this celebration towards its close, I invite to the podium a distinguished leader, statesman, and chairman of the AUN Board of Trustees and Governing Council, Senator Ben Obi, to deliver the vote of thanks and present a plaque of honor to our keynote speaker. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our keynote speaker.
His Excellency, founder of the American University of Nigeria, Yola, former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, GCON. My colleagues on the board and governing council, President Dwayne Frazier, staff and management, and students of the American University, former governor of Adamawa State, His Excellency Alhaji Bindo, the immediate past Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Barrister Malami S.A.N., visiting Vice Chancellors from the various universities here present this afternoon, distinguished Senator Labo, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My assignment is a very simple one, just to thank you. But before I really say thank you, I want to, on behalf of the entire American University of Nigeria, Yola, to thank the founder for putting up this great citadel of learning that has made a mark in the continent of Africa. If you go to your page 2 of this 17th annual Founders Day ceremony, the last paragraph of page 2 states very clearly, 2 decades since its founding, AUN has become the embodiment of a total education experience, a university that integrates learning, leadership, and service. This reflects the enduring vision of our founder, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. And there again you can say it, the best is yet to come. As I always say to you, sir, that at age 79, you don't even look 65. God has a purpose for your life. To our keynote speaker, you have delivered to us a thought-provoking lecture this afternoon, and we want to thank you very much. We said that much yesterday at our meeting, that we were anxiously waiting to hear your message. And fortunately, we were not disappointed. We thank you. And to everybody that has come here this afternoon, since morning till this time, all I can say is thank you, and thank you again. And God bless all of us. Now, may I invite our keynote speaker to please join me here our deepest gratitude. His Excellency Ambassador Professor Muhammadu M.O. Kar, Keynote Speaker, 17th Annual Founders Day, American University of Nigeria, November 22, 2025. From the President, the Wayne President. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, our dear Board Chair, distinguished Senator Ben Obi, for the heartfelt remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, this also concludes the formal close of the 2025 AUN Founders Day celebration. But let me acknowledge the receipt of congratulatory message from the Vice Chancellor of African University of Science and Technology, Abuja. On behalf of the university, we extend our deepest appreciation to all our distinguished guests, speakers, award recipients, and to everyone present here. And also to inform our founding staff, whose names were mentioned earlier, please immediately after the recession, move to in front of the AUN library and wait. Please, may we rise, if you are able, for the national anthem of the United States, followed by the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in accordance with the international protocols. Please, may we remain standing for the recession, which will begin with the stage party. Please clear the aisles. The stage party now. From the stage party, then faculty members. Faculty members. Honor Society members. Oh, okay. Honor Society members, you asked to remain behind. So thank you, founding staff. Be reminded that you needed in front of the library. Thank you.
The American University of Nigeria, Yola, a leading private development university, has been particularly vulnerable to the lingering national energy crisis. The AUN campus is modern and beautiful. It is a diverse learning community with students and staff from several countries. AUN's academic programs, learning resources and community engagement transform students into informed thinkers, innovative leaders, and dedicated solution providers, emphasizing hard work, excellence, integrity, service, and sustainable development. As a national hub for social innovation, AUN's technology-intensive pedagogy requires 24-hour internet connectivity and regular electricity. Campus-wide management systems, communications, cloud services, and other learning infrastructures depend on regular electricity. Nigeria's energy crisis emerged as an existential threat to realizing AUN's lofty mission.
It was a serious burden on AUN to pay electricity bills. On the average, our monthly electricity bill is around 120 million naira.
Empowering our own school to tackle this wasn't just cost saving, it was an investment in the core educational mission and a statement about self-reliance.
The School of Engineering of American University of Nigeria is uniquely designed to provide practical solutions to the real-world problems. We saw an opportunity, abundant sunlight in Yola, brilliant students, and a critical university need. This was not just a project, it was our mission, taken in action. Train the engineers who build solutions to Africa and to the world.
Everything here in AUN is digital. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to study for midterms or finals and you're just dealing with power cuts over and over again. And the truth is you just never know, you can never predict.
It was at this point that the administration swung into action under the supervision of Dean Ash. Management quickly assembled a team of highly qualified engineers and technicians So we drew up a plan, got the approvals, and began with what resources were available on campus.
This core team of highly dedicated professionals was joined by enthusiastic engineering students and volunteers from the local community. It is this team that the university community will come to depend on for the critically needed energy transition. For strategic reasons, the university's award-winning e-library was selected as the starting point of the solar installation. The 3 floors of the library host classrooms, reading rooms, academic and administrative offices, as well as the American window and student lobbies.
It was important for our campus to start at the library. Next, we turned an infrastructure project into a living lab for our engineering students. Once the e-library was taken care of, the priority though became the student hostels.
At the heart of our operations is the student residential experience, committing our reflection to being a truly student-centered university. And so we prioritize the development of this project around the student residential areas to make the place as comfortable and safe an environment as possible.
The active participation of student volunteers transformed the solar project into a truly university-wide initiative, embodying the core values of community service learning. Their engagement not only broadened the project's impact, but also reinforced our commitment to experiential education and collaborative problem solving.
Working side along the professors and the students was unique. They learned the practical realities and we benefited from their high energy, enthusiasm and readiness to learn more.
Seeing the designs we worked on in class actually being built on campus.
That feeling is indescribable. It's a sense of real responsibility and real impact.
The AUN Solar Project was carefully planned and intentional. The idea was to start on a smaller scale and achieve symmetrical phases of escalation, achieving over 551.2 kilowatt-hours of regular electricity through solar. Currently, all the students' hostels have been fully integrated into the solar grid. In addition, the Arts and Sciences Building, which houses many classrooms, laboratories, study room and faculty offices, as well as the health center and the Students' Activities Hub, are now on solar. So is the Admin 2 building housing the administration and finance offices.
The investment in this project was huge. However, seeing the return on investment makes this worth it. As at September 2025, we are seeing about 50% savings already on this project.
The logistics was mind-blowing. Sourcing quality components and devices at competitive cost, the technical hiccups, every challenge was a teaching moment.
It was a learning curve for all of us. Nobody has executed a project of this magnitude before now. We need local technicians with uncommon passion. This project has brought new skills and businesses to Yola. This shows what's possible in our community.
We have been able to achieve significant savings. September of this year, we made savings of 55 million naira if you compare it to the previous year of 2024. And these are savings and resources that we could channel into other critical areas of our university operations.
Energy reliability in itself is transformative. Labs run uninterrupted, students can study, dorms have steady supply of power, and the rhythm of a modern campus life is uninterrupted. And you must give it to the AUN School of Engineering, Dean Ash and his incredible team. They asked not what AUN can do for them, they found out what they can do for AUN and the community, and they proceeded to do it.
The AUN Solar Project has brought a significant reduction in electricity cost, allowing funds to be reallocated to educational programs. It has helped the university achieve environmental sustainability goals through decreasing reliance on carbon fuels, contributing to a greener campus. It has also created educational opportunities by integrating solar technology into the university's engineering curriculum, becoming a functional laboratory for students to study renewable energy and sustainability. Among other benefits accruing to the university are enhanced research and innovation through opportunities for projects on renewable energy, energy efficiency, and environmental science, particularly focusing on the effectiveness of solar energy systems in educational settings. It has also provided a basis to generate data to improve solar technology applications, while enhancing AUN's institutions' reputations for sustainability, thus appealing to environmentally conscious students and faculty. Energy independence is bolstered by considering storage options for excess energy, enhances operational stability. It has opened opportunities for government or private grants to support ongoing and future sustainability projects.
This project put us on the map. We are not just teaching engineers, we are doing transformative engineering. It attracts top students and faculty who want to make a difference within community.
It showcases AUN's commitment to innovation, sustainability, and solving Africa's challenges. This is the model for a development university. Student recruitment and placement have surged. Employers are asking for graduates with hands-on mega project experience.
These projects ignited my passions, and I want to bring solutions to my own village.
Moving forward, phase 3 and beyond, we just completed phase 1 and phase 2. For phase 3 and subsequent phases, we plan to cover the rest of the entire university, including faculty residential area, staff residential area. We will ultimately develop a solar microgrid and embark on new research on materials.
Adamawa is blessed with abundant, high-quality sunshine, a natural resource that many regions in Nigeria can only envy. This consistent solar richness is not only a source of energy, but also a catalyst for creativity, entrepreneurship, and sustainable innovation.
This is a milestone for us and what we stand for. Invest in your own intellectual capital and trust in your own processes. Homegrown solutions are viable, impactful, and empower the next generation. This is dedicated to our dear founder, our board, our faculty, our alums, and a bright future for our university. Our